Hello everybody and hope you're doing well. In a bit of a weird time in the world of Marvel Contest of Champions, we're going to be talking about the Rebirth event, the announcement of the event, not the actual event itself. Also looking at some information that if you missed off with watching an MCN, it was quite crucial to give us a little bit of tidbit of how much we could get in terms of the 7 stars. And of course, there's probably going to be some monetization based options as well. So one of the other things that I think is quite important is tomorrow is going to be a very much Valiant orientated or Valiant focused Gauntlet based day here on the channel. I've got about 3 videos that are going to be made for that specifically to cover a full guide of how to do it and of course Google Drive spreadsheet. But anyway, enough about that. It was just a little bit of a teaser for tomorrow. Let's get into the coverage. So as we learnt earlier on, well, actually a week ago, funny enough, Kabam were going to be launching StatCast Relics today. And of course, that's not the case because that has been delayed. They were also at the same time going to be launching the Rebirth event, which is meant to be similar to like a Legends event, the reunion event of last year. There were going to be new crystals and also a tie-in with an Alliance-based event. But also one of the most crucial things was the Rebirth tokens, which it does say 3 times Rebirth tokens for a 7-star selector. We all knew that, but also there were going to be a lot more than just one 7-star champion on the 5 that were there. And of course, selecting from 6 is tough, especially when you want 1 as a 7-star for that one. 5 more champions receiving a tune-up, or I think it's, no, sorry, 6, sorry, did I say the wrong things? Anyway, it's not 7, it's 7 stars, but 6 to select. Okay, let's move on. But there's been a bit more details dropped than just what Kabam put out in the, I think, web thing, like their web article type stuff, or their post, and as well for what was on the live stream. This is very much a bit more detailed on it. So first of all, Hero Shard Arena, partaking in featured 5 or 6 here arena, and various rewards including gold battle chips and unique collector crystals that include champions exclusively from 2024 and beyond. So if you're looking to get some of these, because we didn't know that we'd be getting these type of crystals with it, now we do. So if there's going to be like a 2024 champion, and with Kabam doing stuff like, well, the forced recruitment, maybe 2 stars could be of value. And something that is very important and a crucial bit of detail is that we do have this mini Crucible where you'll be using 2 stars. I'm pretty certain it's 2 stars to do this. So if there's a champion from 2024 and beyond that you're like, I really could use this in the mini Crucible, then at least you've got your opportunity for that. So that's a bit of good news. The limited time login crystal, these are things that these are the free Rebirth crystals. They're likely similar to the reunion crystals. I've currently got 41, and as part of a video that is going to be out at the end of the year, which is going to be entitled, there's an adventurous title here, people, brace yourself, I saved these crystals up for a year, and this is what I got. Oh, riveting titles, and there will be a thumbnail to illustrate that particular point. These particular crystals I do advise saving up. I do think at the end of the year we're going to see some end game piece of content that is going to be really annoying, and of course this is why I keep saying hold these crystals, hold the daily crystals, because, or 4-hour crystals or whatever they're called, because you'll be able to open up, maybe get some revives, health potions and energy refills that will help you out with your endeavors in MCOC. And also it's better than going over your stash. But these crystals right here were recently buffed from the Legends crystal, and there's lots of fantastic little things that are included within these crystals. So you may get rare champions, you may get helpful stuff. Hey, that is what is there. But a new one is coming. Will it replace the reunion crystal, the Rebirth crystal, replace it? Maybe. Unfortunately, Kabam aren't specific on what's changing about this, so we're going to have to wait until next week to dissect this and find out what has actually changed from the Reunion Crystal to the Rebirth Crystal. Of course, the usual thing, which is the Arena Solo event. This is where it will give you an opportunity to get what hopefully will be more units, and these are winning fights with 1 and 2 star champions in the featured Rebirth 5 and 6 star shard arenas. So, I don't know, that's a thing, isn't it? And yes, a Thronebreaker and above will be able to earn a Rebirth token. Very important, because it's not just in the arena section that you can get a Rebirth token, it's also in the 14-day login calendar. That name, the Rebirth token, does rear its head once again with the Crucible Act 8 solo objectives. It also rears its head several other times, but we'll kind of have a look at that in a minute. And I think as well, unfortunately, there's going to be the monetization side of things that creeps into stuff, because it wouldn't be Marvel Contest of Champions without a bit of monetization shoved in your faces. Sorry, just for clarity, I was just trying to throw this in your face. This is an arm rest. It's not anything, or a wrist rest, so to speak. Well, yeah, and there's one there for my mouse, so that it wasn't weird. I just needed to illustrate the point. Now, some might say that doesn't exactly illustrate that particular point, Rich. It doesn't say that on there, but this is personally where I think we're going to be having it thrusted into. So yes, on paper, it does not technically say that, but I can imagine that will be the case. You're not going to provide people free opportunity to get like a length of or amount of 7 stars and go, do you know what, you should only limit yourself to 3, and go, well, I don't want 3 or 2 or whatever, I want more. Well, that might be the case, so they'll be spending deals for sure. The Realm event is going to be where everybody clubs together, and yes, there is the mini Crucible, which we'll talk about in a second, because there is the mini Crucible solo objectives, which is complete the solo objective by completing the chapters in the mini Crucible quest to earn points towards the Crucible Rebirth Realm event. So you have to do that in order to do the other thing, but also we'll be spending revives at the same time. So if you mess up, don't say to yourself, oh, I'm so bad, I messed up here, oh, how woe is me, and people will go, they didn't do it in a one-shot, they didn't do a onesie, which is such a weird thing for people to say nowadays, like, it's too hot to be in a onesie. But for those that do it in a onesie, that's great, but you ain't contributing to the Realm event points, which require the revives and health potions being spent. So Kabam said defeat bosses in a Crucible quest, blah, 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 and the mini Crucible earn points Realm event, milestones required to summer points, blah, 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 blah. It's very blah, 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 blah. But as well, spending revives and health potions, well, revives in particular, will be applicable to this. In theory, you know, I had to go back because I was about to question myself, but luckily on the actual, yes, that is the case. Kabam said that points for objectives defeating opponents and using revives, rebirth pool, 6 stones, gems in milestone rewards, rebirth tokens in top milestone. So yes, using revives helps out to the greater good of getting the Realm event smashed out. So here's the ending point, the most crucial thing when it comes to this video and coverage, and that is the volume of Rebirth 7-star champions that you can get from the Act 8 Crucible, plus the amount that you can get in tokens to then select one, because this is the facts. In the Crucible itself, you will get 2 times Rebirth 7-star crystals. I recommend everybody to open these up first to then make a decision if you want to, number 1, awaken the champion that you got out of the 2. And number 2, if you liked any of them, use your selector to awaken them, or use your selector to grab one champion that you missed out on. And Kabam have definitely confirmed there's more than 3 tokens this year, so you can obtain more than one, which is great. It could mean that you have access to a potential 4 champions. Unless you're a spender, you may have a lot more. So, I don't know, spend if you want. Or don't, it's your choice. The tokens, as we know so far, 1 can be found in the Arena Solo event. 1 can be found in the login calendar. 1 can be found in the Crucible Rebirth Realm event. And then we have got 1 in Crucible Act 8 solo objectives, bringing the total up to 4. So at this stage, you may be saying to yourself, well, 4, that's not exactly 6, is it? So there could be some more. Maybe Kabam are alluding to the remaining 2 or more than 2 being found in spending deals. Or it's going to be a situation of free-to-play can go to X, Y, or Z and get themselves the remaining 2, or maybe they can't. We'll have to find out more information on that, but definitely 4 have been confirmed that you can see, and then there's going to be 2 opportunities if you've done the Crucible. Maybe there could be more Rebirth tokens available. We'll find out when the event drops next week on the 13th, which is a very wicked, wild, and what the heck Wednesday, when there's going to be a ton of things dropping at one given time, including Battlegrounds, 2 different types of Crucibles, the Rebirth event, StatCast Relics, and much more. Yes, Kabam like to throw their load at you on one day. Thanks, Kabam. Anyway, that has been the video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.